Hey everyone, Soundwave884 here, another Transformers Legacy Evolution review. In this review, take a look at Lux Class Autobot Devcon. And in front of us now, you can see his box. I'm going to take a look at the packaging. Nice work here, turn to the side, nice artwork here on the side with some that. Over back here, 13 steps, gets you all the way around. Evo Fusions, you can combine his thrusters with his weapon. You get a whole new gun out of that. Turn the side here, you get your Legacy Evolution artwork. Top, you scan that and you can take a look at his tech specs. Bottom, you get your legal mumbo jumbo. Also, you get your handy dandy instructions. And here is the figure. I'm going to just review in reverse. Start him out in vehicle mode, and we'll transform from vehicle mode to robot mode, because he's already been viewed a few times by other people. So I'm pretty sure someone's already got the robot to vehicle mode down. Plus, he's a very simple transformer. If you have Studio Series 86 Blur, they transform very similar. He is a nice retooling of Blur. They don't share too many of the same pieces. Just the transformation is pretty similar. Even then, is different as well. We'll get to that in a second. You can see that his thrusters here can hold the blast effects, so you can do that. Have him like he's actually blasting along. He is a weapon. You can combine these two with this. That's your Evo Fusion. You can store this just like Blur stores his weapon underneath. You got a peg hole here. You can peg that down underneath. It is blast effect compatible. You can see by the little nub there. So it's a very nice alt mode, very reminiscent of the G1 cartoon. We'll take these out of the back. Fit very snug. Closer look at the figure. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. He's mostly molded in this blue plastic, and most things are painted. Like these are actually in the blue plastic as well. It's just painted red. All this here is blue. It's just painted silver, red, painted silver. The gun is actually molded in the blue, painted silver. The only thing that's actually the different colored plastics is the red feet here. And it's got some of these gray plastic pieces in certain areas and joints. But otherwise, he's mostly just blue and he's just painted up. It's very nice. Alt mode, we'll take a comparison here with his G1 cartoon appearance. More comparisons. Here he is with drag strip, Legacy drag strip, Legacy crankcase. Let's pull an old figure out. I believe this is Titans Returns Hot Rod. And next is Studio Series 86 Blur. This is what he's retooled from. And comparison here with this figure. On the side. I mean, they transform similar with the piece that goes over the head, the feet where they fold down, and the way the legs open up. But all that I can see that he shares similar in this mode is his feet are the same. And he does this little piece here. It's blue where the seat goes. Is gray here. And it's similar. I don't think this opens up here. As far as I can tell, it's like it's actually part of the torso piece. And it just snaps in where that would have hinged up. But he's different on the sides, different arms, everything like that. More of the details on the actual figure. Not bad. I just beware of some paint scratching because a lot of this is painted. Like it's all this red down here and the silver. The little tip here, the gun, these little tips here. All that's painted. The wings here are painted as well. And his little shins. You see more of that in robot mode. Good thing the feet, he would kind of protect that when you want to have them down on the ground. But these wings here will scratch on the sides because they kind of help balance the figure out. Alright, let's transform Devcon into his robot mode. Use this peg in right here. Just take those out. Remove the gun if you hadn't done so already. And we're going to come down here to his arms. They just tab in. Right here in this little tab. Some slots right here. Just that. This piece here, you can lift this up. Brings it up over that and you see his head here. This piece here now is going to flip down and around. Like that. Bring his arms up out of the way. It looks kind of cool. Whoa. Come back here to his feet. I'm going to open that up just like you do with Studio Series 86 Blur. And you're going to bring his legs down. Now these do tab together here and his little peg goes here. Bring this, close it up, fold the foot down, close it up, fold the foot down. And you're going to come to this piece here. We're going to pull this back, and we're going to flip the hand around. Now the hand will touch this wing, so just be careful. You might want to scratch the paint off. Fold it down. So this just opens up. Flip the hand towards that little red wing. Fits better than this piece trying to go through it. Pull it down. There's a peg here. It goes into this little swivel point. Very simple. He's got to straighten up his bicep swivels here. Now you can take these right here. There's a flat piece. Let's figure out the way right here where the blue is, and that's going to go what's up against that. Yeah, I probably didn't have to take these off when I transformed them, but I just did to move it out of the way. You can just store these back here on his legs. Backpack is going to fold in, and there's 2 tabs here. It's going to tab into the slots in his back, and that finishes him up. There, gun. You can hold his hands. You can peg it here on the side of his arm, which is actually based on the G1 animation. So we'll just do a quick comparison here with his G1 animated self. Next, I believe it's Earthrise smokescreen. So this is your deluxe class. This is your episode, The Gambler. These 2 guys here together just need to have Bosch and Slizardo to go along with it. And the designer, Mark Mayer, did I say his last name correct? Did say that he tried to get Slizardo to go with Devcon, but was not in the budget. They made him into a Voyager class, since classes are just based on what you get, not exactly the size of the figure. He could have went in Voyager and we could have got a little small, like, core class size Slizardo that way. And we need his little companion guy that apparently abandons him later on by season 3. These 2 here from The Gambler. And next, the Studio Series 86 Blur. Again, I've looked at the figures. The only things they share are the feet, the thighs, and the little elbows right here where he's got the darker blue. It's the same on here in the lower part on Devcon. So it's the only pieces they share of actual molded pieces that I can find. Besides the little piece here in the waist that goes around him. That is the same. And they just transform very similar, mainly with the legs and the backpack. The arms do different things. Side view. And back view. Closer look here at Devcon. Nice head sculpt. He's got dark blue sort of painted eyes. They kind of gets the dead eye look going on there if you can't get enough light to hit them. I kind of preferred if you had a little bit of light piping up here on the back of the head to really shine through on those lights on those eyes. Otherwise, he's not a bad looking figure. I just did a ranking last week, or actually earlier this week, of my most wanted Transformers. He came in my honorable mention, which would be like 6th place, because I like the Studio Series 86 Blur mold, but I'm not like that fond of it. So knowing that he was retooled out of that, it kind of lowered my expectations on this figure. And maybe that's a good thing, because I am pleasantly surprised with this figure and actually enjoy it way more than I enjoy the Blur figure. Alright, to make his Evo fusion gun, you remove these from the back of the legs or wherever you have them, and you can take them. Now the back of the box actually shows this way with the holes in the thrusters facing outwards like the gun, but not the back side. The instructions, however, show you doing it the reverse way with the holes facing the back and these little nubs and nipples facing the front. So I guess it's whichever way you do it, you know, both sides probably support blast effects. Let's find out. Yeah, the little nubs to support them, so if you do it either way, they're blast effect compatible. Now all you're going to do is take a peg, whichever way you want to do it. Doing it this way, you're going to have, you know, you can have 3 blast effects. You can do it the other way too, yeah. But you got the holes right here. If you have it the reverse way. So you either have this further up in the front of the gun, or it's going to be further back in the back of the gun. So it's just whichever way you want to do that, if you want to do that. I'm just going to leave mine on the back of the legs, but you also can take these, you can hand hold them. He's got all these other ports, they can go in on his arms as well, so you always have extra arm blasters for Devcon. Let's go over articulation here on Devcon. Shoulders, you got to there, and then you can spin around. This is going to sort of get in your way. Getting it back, you're just going to try to angle his arms and then bring it around. You get more of an elbow swivel here. Elbows bend to there. No wrist swivels, they are fixed. You do get a 360 waist swivel. You get legs out to there, back a little bit further. You get knee bends to there, and you got upper thighs, more like a hip swivel up here. That's where you can get your thigh swivels, is way up there. And of course, you get your ankle tilts to there. Head, you got a slight rock down, and you can 360 it all the way around. Make sure you can rock it to and fro. So that is your articulation on Autobot Devcon. Final thoughts on Devcon. Excellent figure. Pleasantly surprised by it. I mean, I've always wanted a Devcon figure, so I was going to get this no matter what. I'm just glad it was a lot better than I expected it to be, because knowing it was from that Blur mold, I was kind of feeling a little let down, but the figure actually surprises, and I think it does a lot better than what Blur did with that same kind of transformation. Devcon is rightfully sized here next to Smokescreen. Glad I can reenact the episode of The Gambler. Just need the little alien companions, Bosch, Slizardo. We need Lord Gaikani as well, so we can just have everybody. Really nice figure. I do recommend it if you don't have a Devcon figure in your collection. And this time he's off of Blur. Last time I think they did something with this guy. I think they retooled him from a Scourge mold. And with the head sculpt being similar to Scourge, a little thing on top of his head the way it is, I was figuring they might do that. But to get the right size, they had to get a deluxe class figure for him to scale well with Smokescreen. Anyway, thanks for watching this review. Until the next ones. Peace out.